What's up, guys? It's Antares Validas, VW926. I'm here to talk about boosting. This video is going to be titled The Boosting Theory. We're going to talk about why people boost, who are the boosters, and I'm going to respond to some boosting allegations made against me and some of my friends who clearly don't boost. We clearly know what we're doing at Tekken. So I guess we'll go into what is a booster exactly. It's someone who purposely either throws a match or asks someone else to throw a match in order to move up in the ranking system. So if you're a Juggernaut and you run into a Vindicator, you say, "Hey man, let me win," and that says, and the other says, "Okay," that would be an example of boosting because they didn't really like earn that win technically, even though they very well may have actually won that match. Yeah, basically boosting is I like to really differentiate between the good boosters and the bad boosters. By bad booster, I mean someone like Tekken God Zafina, who is just notorious for being a douchebag because the guy probably, I've never really seen him play, but he probably is no better than a rogue, and even if he is, he's certainly at least like 20 ranks away from Tekken God. 20, at least 20 ranks. He's probably going to put him like around Brawler or something. I mean, I don't even know, but he's very far away from Tekken God. And so people like the King Tekken 6, Tekken God Zafina, Monolith Destroyer, and all other well-known boosters. Freaky Beast Boy is a Tekken Emperor, and I've played him. He sucks. I mean, he's annoying and he sucks. I mean, he always starts leading 2-0, and then I come back and beat him three rounds after that because it's just annoying as hell. But he's not very good at all. He's also not Tekken Emperor. Anyway, so that's what I call bad boosters. People who are boosting way beyond where their skill level should be and are just disconnecting on everyone on a completely unfair, not even trying to get good at the game, using BS tactics which are not even which will never work against anyone who's even half good, and just quitting on people. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, and let's see the implications of boosting. Then because of these bad boosters, we have this now emerging, what they call the emerging group now of good boosters, people who are legitimate players, people who are actually good at the game, who are struggling to get the ranks they deserve because of boosters. Now, this is really kind of mainly pertains to people who are above Dragon Lord, because a lot of people who are above Dragon Lord have cheated. I know quite a few Tekken Lord cheaters. I've known there are a lot of Tekken Emperor cheaters, and obviously most of the Tekken Gods are cheaters. Because as I understand it, please, I really want to know this answer. If you're a Dragon Lord, how many wins does it take for you to get promoted Tekken Lord? I've heard you can beat the equivalent of 5 Dragon Lords, which would be about I think 10 Tekken Lords or 10 Asuras, one rank difference. But so is there 5 Dragon Lords to get promoted to Tekken Lord, or what exactly is it? I want to know. And Tekken Lord and Tekken Emperor I've heard is about 8 wins, and then Tekken Emperor Tekken God is 15, which is pretty crazy. Now, I honestly do not think there's one player in the PSN who can legitimately say they got a Tekken God without boosting. Sin Drummer, I thought he was legit. I mean, he seems like a very good late player. I mean, he certainly has, a lot of games, like 20,000 games. Obviously, he's very experienced. He's obviously very legit player. He's very skilled. I heard that he boosted, and the way I think of that is, I'm actually okay. I think it's perfectly reasonable that he boosted because with all the people who are Emperors, who are either continuously boosting, they're probably quitting on him when he's about to win, honestly deserving that win because the guys suck. But anyways, so people are quitting on him. There really aren't anyone who, people who play, and there might be people who abuse lag, and so he's really just, he's kind of stuck. How can he get a Tekken God with all these people who are, unfairly stopping him from getting to the rank he deserves? And so that's why I say if he boosted, so be it. I think he deserves Tekken God. I actually have the replay of him beating Tekken God Law. I'm pretty sure this Tekken God Law. That actually might be his PSN. I don't exactly remember. He's a pretty strong Law player. I don't think he's Tekken God. I think he's probably around high red, maybe fusion level. He's pretty solid, but I don't think he's Tekken God level. So Syndrammer beat him. A pretty good fight. And we have people like CRG321 who are legit players. I don't think they were boosted, but CRG321 is only a Tekken Emperor. Now he is perfectly capable of getting a Tekken God on his own, and I really hope he does. If he ends up having to boost, well, that's fine because now we know why. Because the douchebags, or the bad boosters, have pretty much ruined the chances of getting a Tekken God. They probably didn't realize what they were doing. But they basically ruin the chances of any legit player becoming a Tekken God because of their BS. So I think that boosting in some instances is okay if you have a BS penalty, and sometimes uh, you just don't want you didn't deserve that penalty. You didn't deserve that penalty, and you get a BS penalty. Sometimes you don't boost to get up. When I was a destroyer about 7 or 8 months ago, I had a penalty, and I decided to ask a guy I knew, say, hey, give me a match because this is obviously unfair. He was cool with it. I've also done it where one of my friends was a vanquisher, and he was on demotion risk. I actually gave him a win, not even a draw, but a win, so he would be away from demotion. I ended up helping him. So sometimes it's okay because there are a lot of unfair things in the ranking system. Now, I'm a firm proponent of earning your ranks. As soon as I was away from the penalty, I completely stopped doing boosting. I didn't need to. I mean, I've even had ridiculous stuff happen to me. I was a champion about even a month ago. I was a champion, and I actually was on a demotion risk. And for some reason, my PS3 froze right at the end of the match. I actually defeated a champion, but because I got a penalty, it actually demoted me to savior, which is ridiculous. Now, as much as I was tempted to do this this thing where I get back up to champion, because obviously I deserved it, I would have definitely stayed a champion. But I didn't really need to. I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm not going to boost. It's not me. I don't want to do that. But I got the champion very easily. I think I didn't lose to anyone who was near my level. I basically beat, like, I think 2 saviors, 2 conquerors, maybe 1 destroyer, and then I got promoted to champion off of a Bob savior, nothing special. Champion to overlord, I played Mortal Law. If you guys have seen my replay against, he was a sage. He got demoted to overlord when I was a champion. I played him about 3 times, earned a promo, got to overlord. Then I demoted him to champion, and then I probably played him 3 more times and almost demoted him to savior and putting myself close to sage. And so that's kind of how it went. Now I'm going to respond to some recent boosting allegations. If you guys have been following me, I have recently really I guess reached a milestone. I was stuck at Overlord for a very long time between Savior and Overlord, probably for I lost track. I was stuck between those ranks for a very long time. And basically I got the Sage. I thought, oh, awesome. I mean, I got the Sage, awesome rank. I'm a top 15 fangs. I don't need to just checking the time there. I don't really need to continue, but I figured let me see how much I can push my luck. So I decided, okay, let me see if I can get to Legend, because that would be awesome if I got to Legend. And so I played a lot of people. I actually, it's funny, when I first got to Sage, I lost to 3 Sages that same day. So that put me on some massive demotion. But I ran into a Sage and had a demotion risk. And then actually, it's funny because I think it was such bad lag that it got disconnected automatically. I figured, okay, whatever. And then something weird happened. I think I beat maybe 1 or 2 champions, and then I was thrown off a demotion when I went into a Sage again. I happened to beat the Sage. And so I started slowly moving up. I beat a Sage, then I beat an Overlord, and before I knew it, I was a neutral again. And then I played this guy, Darwin Giovanni's Julia, and I don't like that guy. All he is attack, attack, attack. He's not a good player. He thinks he's a good player, but he's not. He's never going to be good until he knows how to defend and be more patient. And so I deathmatched him. And Master Killer, on Tekken has yet to put that up. I'm probably gonna put it up myself, probably tomorrow. But it's whatever. Basically, my Sage to Legend promo, Darwin Giovanni had a demotion risk that same match, so I demoted him to Overlord. I got to Legend. That's 2 ranks, within a week, and then I got to Fusion a few days after that, and then I'm now a Raijin, and I'm actually getting close to Yakuza. Now, I'm not boosting because what I'm doing, I'm just beating a lot of people near my rank, and so I'm actually beating a lot of people who are actually outside my rank. I have a lot of free time now that I'm on summer vacation, and so I play a lot of Tekken. And so over time, I went from the bottom of the Raijin list back to the middle. That's really all I do. I don't need to boost. I'm a good player. So all the people who accuse me of boosting, you guys can go screw yourselves because that's obviously not what's going on. Then I have my friend Bantii, who is champion with Julia. Some people also accuse him of boosting, which I think is ridiculous because he's not a booster. He's a great player. He's a great Julia. I'm sure he can get to Legend very shortly. He'll at least get to Overlord. Maybe a few more weeks get to Legend. And then basically, to anyone who accuses anyone of boosting, have proof. You basically have proof. That's really the big one. Have proof and don't accuse anyone of something that you're not 100% sure of. And to all people who accuse me of boosting with Fang, you guys are wrong. I'm a legit Fang, and I certainly can assure you with Fang, so don't even go there. That's pretty much sums up the boosting theory. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be posting some replays very shortly. See you guys in the next video.